Right.
was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
right,
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
How do I keep it hot? Maybe I don't know.
Girl, y'all need to grab a seat for this one because this tea is sizzling hot. So Jada Smith has finally broken her silence for the first time since Will Smith's SA lawsuit. And from the look of things, Jada is out here embarrassing Will the more. According to inside sources, Jada is allegedly spilling the tea on what really led to their separation, including sexual situations she claims Will pressured her into while they were together. But that's not even the wildest part. The source is alleging that Jada is also hinting at Will living on the DL, and she's allegedly talking about things she says she personally witnessed that made her believe the accusations in that lawsuit might actually be true. Yeah, it's that dark. And if these claims are even halfway accurate, there's honestly no coming back from this. Jada isn't just airing out dirty laundry, she's basically ripping Will's image to shreds and seemingly confirming rumors people have whispered about for years. Girl, this is messy, nasty, and the internet is already in full meltdown mode. In case you missed it, 2026 kicked off wildly because the internet was shook when news broke that violinist Brian King Joseph had filed a lawsuit against Will Smith, accusing him of SA. Months ago, Brian had posted this video on his socials, opening up about how he was fired after reporting sexual misconduct.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk about something really important. Earlier this year, I was hired to be a performer on a major tour with somebody who is huge in the industry. So I was excited, proud of myself for getting the opportunity. Unfortunately, some things happened, and I can't get into the details of exactly what that was because it's already a legal issue right now. But the reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work is not okay. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have been afraid to speak up, and I understand. And if that's you, I see you. And that's pretty much it. More updates to come soon. Thanks for listening.
The love and support were great, with fans encouraging him to file a lawsuit, especially since the whole Diddy case was still fresh. And if Diddy could be sentenced, anybody in Hollywood could get touched. But what nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming was that the person he was accusing was Will Smith. So here's where things take a very dark turn. According to the lawsuit, Will is being accused of sexual harassment, predatory behavior, and wrongful termination. And Joseph is making it clear this wasn't some one-time out of the blue situation. He claims that after they started working together toward the end of 2024, Will allegedly began grooming him for sexual exploitation. And from that point on, everything about their working relationship shifted disturbingly. Now, Joseph says things allegedly escalated during Will's 2025 tour. That's when Will supposedly started telling him they had a special connection and kept pushing to spend time alone together. But the most chilling part, Joseph claims he came to his hotel room and found it had been unlawfully entered. Allegedly waiting for him inside were a handwritten note that said, "Just us," a bottle of HIV medication, and wipes left out for him to see. Yeah, let that sink in. And when Joseph says he reported the hotel room incident to Will's management team, he claims it only got worse. According to the lawsuit, he was allegedly shamed, accused of making the whole thing up, and then fired from the tour altogether. Joseph says the fallout left him dealing with PTSD, major financial losses, and long-term damage to his reputation. And honestly, the situation is not looking good for Will. But then, while people were waiting for Will Smith's response to the lawsuit, Jada Smith inserted herself into the conversation. And y'all, Jada is spilling some never-heard-before tea about Will and things he made her do while their marriage was still strong. A chance to low-key embarrass Will. And y'all remember after Will put hands on Chris Rock at the Oscars over those jokes about Jada's alopecia. Not long after that, Jada sat down for an interview with the Today Show, where she made Will look stupid by casually dropping the bomb that she and Will had actually been living separate lives since 2016. Not divorced, but very much separated. Well, fast forward to now, and this is just as messy, if not worse. Jada is alleging that being with Will was one of the worst experiences of her life, and while she says she's proud of the kids they had together, she's making it sound like everything else about that marriage was a nightmare. According to her, she mentally checked out a long time ago, and honestly, the way she's talking now, it's clear she's ready to tear him down. According to inside sources, Jada is allegedly claiming that Will Smith was living on the DL and that the long-standing rumors about him and Dwayne Martin were actually real. Supposedly, when Jada first found out, she tried to walk away from the marriage altogether. Friends talked her into staying, arguing that Will was never going to go public with his sexuality and that his reputation as a respected Hollywood name had to be protected. But it doesn't stop there. The same sources allege that Jada has also claimed Will forced her to watch and even participate in some of his encounters with other men. Allegedly, this went on for more than a decade, all while keeping it completely hidden from their children. And once Jada got tired of carrying what she had been seeing and holding it all in, that's when she finally decided she was done and called it quits for good. She's allegedly saying the only reason their separation was so smooth and never blew up in the media was because Will knew she had enough receipts to completely burn his image to the ground if she ever decided to speak. Insiders claim he could have tried to make her stay, especially since their marriage was once held up as the poster child for black love, but according to Jada, he really had no choice but to let her walk. And girl, that's not even the wildest part. Jada is also allegedly confirming that Will participated in Diddy's freak-offs and parties. She supposedly revealed that when the whole Diddy situation started unraveling, Will reached out to her multiple times, stressing that she shouldn't tell their kids anything about his ties to Diddy. The thinking, allegedly, was that it could all be brushed off as rumors since the tapes were never going to be released. Honestly, shocking doesn't even cover it. On top of that, Jada is allegedly saying she did a lot behind the scenes to keep those DL rumors about Will exactly where they were rumors. And this was confirmed by Will's former assistant, who claimed Jada forces everyone who worked with Will check in for rehab. So when they see something and want to speak out, they flip the script on them, calling them not mentally fit.
This is what Jada makes the new people do. And I ain't gonna say new, they probably been there after myself, right? They will make you check into a rehab and they'll pay for the rehab. Even though you're not on drugs, they're gonna pay for the rehab. And you have to go if you want to work with them.
Sources claim she hired PR teams to spin stories every time the allegations went public, because if Will's name went down, hers and the kids' names were going down too. So in her mind, she wasn't just protecting Will, she was protecting the family. And honestly, when you put all that together, it kind of explains why there was radio silence when Will's former assistant allegedly claimed he caught him with Dwayne Martin.
Then I saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin.
Okay.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, but I see his car there. I'm like, where's this guy at? So now I'm holding Dwayne down too, so I have the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie and they're calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. And I'm like, yo, kind of fuck down. Like, I'm trying to find this. Like, this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
As long as Jada was in the picture, nothing got out. But now, it's giving autopilot, and everything seems to be spilling on its own. And if y'all thought Jada was making all of these up, people have called out Will Smith's predatory actions for a while. Y'all remember when Jaguar Wright called out Will and Jada, claiming that Will slept with and terrorized young men in the industry?
Well, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bashir Gray, left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed the help.
Or when Trisha Paytas also came out to accuse him in a YouTube video where she made concerning claims about Will allegedly forcing her male dancers to sleep with him.
Jada Pinkett, really, we're really gonna listen. How about worry about your daughter being naked in bed at 13 with her 20-year-old boyfriend on the internet? How about worry about that? How about worry about your cheating husband my male dancers, you know, when they didn't want to? How about talk about that?
Alexis Arquette also claimed that Will's first wife, Cherie, caught him in bed with a man. And unlike Jada, Cherie was not willing to cope with that. Alexis wrote, "When Jada comes out as gay and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked into him, servicing his sugar daddy, Benny Medina, then I will listen to them. She being his first wife, paid off, silent. Honestly, this is absolutely nuts. The fact that Jada is allegedly suggesting Will Smith could be capable of the same kind of essay that Brian King Joseph is accusing him of is only about to send this story into overdrive, because what are these revelations? The internet is already spinning, and now there are whispers that other people who were allegedly SA'd by Will are getting ready to come forward too. If that happens, yeah, this could easily turn into a full-blown Diddy-level situation. And with Jada seemingly standing against Will instead of protecting him this time, all I'm gonna say is this man might be toast. Jada Smith, speaking on the SA and horrific things Will Smith subjected her to in the marriage, had fans talking, and they left comments saying, "Jada Pinkett really ruined Will Smith's image. That man used to be on top of the world. The minute Jada opened up the marriage and had an entanglement, I knew Will Smith was queer. She endures so much dislike from the American public and just keeps quiet. The day the truth will come out, it will be terrifying." So Will Smith is being sued for sexual harassment from a violinist that he hired to tour with him. This does not surprise me. Jada and Will's son is a perfect example of dysfunction, toxicity, and strife in a household. That poor boy didn't deserve this family. So what do you think? Is Will Smith really guilty of these crimes, as all of these people can't be wrong? Or is this some sort of shakedown to get money off him? Drop your thoughts in the comments, then check the next video.